Welcome back to CFB Enthusiasts, y'all. My name is Jimmy. Today we're about to do a recap of the Texas UTEP game. Texas wins 27-10. As y'all can tell by my voice, I am not pleased, and rightfully so. This was a very, very sloppy game from Texas. Very sloppy game. And what frustrates me the most is that you would think last week would be the week to, get the rest of the sloppiness out and work out the kinks, especially offensively after the Ohio State game. It was the exact same, if not worse, in some areas against UTEP. Very, very, very frustrating. No progress has been made offensively. We can't score in the red zone. We can't gain short yardage. We're horrible on third downs. We went for it 5 times on fourth down in the first quarter, right? Wasn't it? Against a group of 5 team? Not good at all. We can't complete the gimmies. We can't complete the throws that are given to you by the defense. I'm not too sure what to make out of all of this right now. Very sloppy game. Penalties are still biting us in the butt. Honestly, guys, I hate to say this, but this is what we probably should get used to for this season. I don't think that was a 1-game thing. I don't think it was a 2-game thing. This just might be what we have to deal with for the rest of the season offensively. I hate to say it because we still have a really good defense. We have a great defense, I believe, on the other side of the ball. You ever give up the late touchdown, but we have a great defense that takes care of business on their end for the most part. But when the offense cannot get out its own way, it's only so much the defense will be able to do. I think the performance in the second quarter against San Jose State was fool's gold. Three or maybe all 4 of those turnovers were set up the offense right in opponent territory. And we just took advantage from there. And just that momentum, just that energy transfer to the offense gave them just enough spark to do just enough on offense to score, 4 touchdowns in a 4-minute time frame against San Jose State. Outside of those 4-minute time frame, we scored 10 points other than that. That was fool's gold. And even then, there were still those red flags that we saw and we talked about last week. This week, none of that stuff has been cleaned up. The arch to Wingo connection, I don't know what it is. Yeah, they had that touchdown late, but there's not much for me to say about that connection right now. It is off, completely off. Arch is missing throws to his feet. Wingo dropped the ball last week. Wingo can't get open. It seems like whenever whenever he's just not wide open and schemed open by Sark, he just can't get open on his own. And I don't know. What do y'all think? What do y'all think down below if you're a Texas fan watching this? Can this be fixed during the season? I don't think so. This has been a 2-3 year problem. Red zone. Red zone. It's been a problem for years now under Sark. I think it's a combination of we bite ourselves in the butt with stupid penalties, pre-snap penalties that push us back. Last year and the year before, it was Sark was getting too cute in the red zone, especially around the goal line. He would get too cute with his play calling. Our offensive line doesn't get the push that they need to get in the red zone. The spacing is poor, and I think our receivers just can't get open in the red zone. I think it comes down to that too. So all that put together, you get what we got, which is the worst red zone offense I think I've seen in my whole time watching football. It's bad. Not to mention the short yardage stuff that goes into the why we're struggling in the red zone. We can't convert on short yardage against group of 5 teams. It's a struggle. It's a monumental struggle to gain 2 yards, 3 yards against these group of 5 teams. We can't get the push necessary to not struggle for a 2-yard gain. He had a full house formation, was cool to see. It was nice, and we got in off of that. But even then, it was a struggle to get in. We have to rely on other means of running the football to get into the end zone instead of just saying, hey, we're going to run right down your throat and there's nothing you can do about it. I wish we could do that, but we just can't right now. We just can't. All the way around the offense, it's bad. I was thinking about this earlier. There's things that you can, and I'll say this before I get into that. Yes, there were some green flags. James Simon, I like how he runs. I really like how he runs. We'll get to the Baxter injury in a moment, but I really like how James Simon runs, and I feel like he should be RB3, but hey, I'm not the one making the decision. Anyways, I think there's things within a team, within a season, that you can work on and fix through the course of the season. And I feel like there's things that you can't fix during the season and you need to hide or mask as the season goes along. I think Texas is to the point where there's a lot of stuff on offense where we're just going to have to mask. And a good example of that is being really creative on the goal line, being really creative running the football on short yardage. We're going to have to just work our way around it and do other things because we can't just power the ball down someone's throat for 2-3 yards when we absolutely need it. There's some things with Arch we're just going to have to hide for the rest of the season. I mean, honestly, I take that back. You can't hide the quarterback position. You can't. In today's day and age of college football, you can't hide your quarterback. You just can't. They will hunt your quarterback down. They will force your quarterback to beat them. And if your quarterback can't beat the defense, it's not much you can do. It's not much you can do. We're gonna have to try our best to come up with better scheme in the pass game to get our receivers even more open, because they can't seem to get open when Sark doesn't have something absolutely drawn up for them and they're butt booty naked wide open. And even then, Arch probably won't put it on the money. So, I mean, the quarterback we can't hide. The receivers not being able to get open, we can kind of mask that a little bit. And Sark has been trying to be fair to him, but it hasn't worked out too well so far. It just hasn't. I think we need to get the run game going a little bit more. I love what I saw today from Simon. Like I said, I would love to see him more. Baxter, I'm not sure what it is. It seemed like a foot or ankle. I hope it isn't too serious and he's able to return sooner rather than later. Obviously, prioritizing his health, so however long he needs, hey, sit out. Wisner should be back next week, hopefully. I'm not even sure what his injury is, but hopefully he's back shortly here in the next game or two. But yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to hide. I think we're going to have to kind of shift our identity the best we can in season. I know that's really hard to do, but how this is looking right now, in order for us to still have a chance to get to where we want to get to as a team, I think that Texas is going to need to be one of these teams that play really good defense, like very good defense, excellent defense. So the margin for error defensively is shortened, which you would like to have a little leeway, but I think our defense can handle that. I think we're going to have a solid defense. We're going to need to have a solid special teams. I like what I saw from Ryan Niblett today, by the way. I think our kicker is excellent. I think our punter is excellent. I think our kickoff coverage is excellent. So we're going to need to play really good special teams. And I feel like we're going to need to run the ball really efficiently, which it's been hit or miss so far. It hasn't been overly explosive. It's been solid, I would say. We would need to hammer down on that, I would think. And whatever we can get from Arch, we just get it. Because if we're still gonna play this game of, okay, let's try to get Arch going, let's try to get Arch going, let's try to get Arch going, I'm afraid it's gonna get to the point where it hurts, it does the team more harm than good, because it's gonna lead to turnovers and a lot of missed opportunities, and I think we want to get to the point where we're in control of the game. I feel like we can win games like that. How we're playing right now, we're not going to win very many games in the SEC, especially going on the road playing like this. Kentucky's not as bad as they were last year. Mississippi State isn't as bad as they were last year. Both of those are on the road, by the way. Oklahoma's not as bad as they were last year. And that's not to mention Georgia and A&M and Arkansas might be improved. We'll see, but gotta work it out for us. I'm not liking how this is going right now, but the defense is still solid. I think we can still win a lot of games with this defense. Colin Simmons was really quiet. I'm not sure how many snaps he got, but I think he had a brace on his arm, so he didn't play much at all, if any. I didn't really notice him out there, but I think he was out. You know, we had a lot of second team reps from the defense, which I really like. You know, getting those guys. Grayson Littleton got his first pick, by the way. Shout out to him. We got a lot of the second unit in there. And for the most part, I think we made Malachi Nelson uncomfortable. He did have some throws on us, but all in all, I do think we played really solid defensively once again. And that's where we're going to have to hang our head on again, even more so than last year, because even last year, we got to a point where we know Matthew Golden's going to make a big play for us, right? We don't have that right now. As great as Parker Livingstone was the first couple games, hey, he was quiet today. I'm not saying it was his fault, but he was quiet today. I'm not sure what's going on with the offense, but I think Sark needs to open it up a little bit more and not go to as much 12, 13 personnel. That's just me. I haven't seen the number breakdown and what formations Arch does really well with and what he doesn't do well with, but man, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Like I said, we gave him a pass for the Ohio State game. Like, hey, they're playing the best defense in the country. This is his first road start. Let's give some guys some grace. Okay, cool. The San Jose State game comes, a little shaky to start off, finishes the game off a little bit better, right? Well, okay, cool. We can build off of that. So from there, we should have been able to build off of what he did against San Jose State. But why I'm so frustrated is that it not only did it not build, it actually regressed. His play regressed. He's missing Wingo. He's missing the pick that he threw. Parker Livingston was wide open in the flat, and that was the first read. I don't know what he was seeing. Parker Livingston was wide open. Might have not got the first down, but that was the read. He was late on another throw. It was later in the game to, I believe it was Christian Clark. He still got the ball completed to Christian Clark, but if he got it completed to him a second or two earlier, Christian Clark's probably walking into the end zone. It was a play where UTEP had a 12th guy on the field. He was running out the back of the end zone trying to get off the field. But little things like that we are missing, and it's discouraging. It's very discouraging. But y'all let me know what y'all think down below. Texas wins a very uninspiring game against UTEP, 27-10. And like I said, it's not all Arch. It's not all Arch. Our receivers have to do a better job of getting open. Our O-line needs to do a better job of blocking on certain plays. There's certain perimeter plays where our O-line just completely whiffs on the block. The penalties from the O-line as well. Sark needs to do a little bit of better job putting guys in positions to make plays. And then obviously Arch is going to need to play a lot better. We know that for a fact, but it's not all on him. It's not all on him, but I don't know how to feel, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think before I overreact down below. This is Jimmy from CMB Enthusiasts. I'm coming with a recap for you tomorrow. I'm out. Peace. Always hook 'em. Always hook 'em. No matter what, we gonna hook 'em.